Hey guys, welcome to Windows Better. And today in this video, I'm going to show how to dual boot Linux Mint with pre-installed Windows 11. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And now let's begin. Dual booting means installing two operating systems on your computer so you can choose which one to use each time you start it up. Dual booting allows you to enjoy the stability and flexibility of Linux while still retaining full access to Windows applications and workflows. To set up a dual boot with Linux Mint and Windows 11 on your PC, you will need a computer with Windows 11 installed, ensuring it runs smoothly. If you don't have Windows 11 or want to install it on an unsupported PC, follow the guide from iButton. A USB drive of at least 8 GB is needed for creating a bootable Ubuntu installer. Linux Mint ISO and Rufus to prepare the bootable USB. Additionally, you should have at least 25 GB of free disk space for Linux Mint installation. Before you start, make sure to back up your data. Since dual booting requires partitioning your drive, it's crucial to save important files to prevent any data loss. Now download the latest available version of Linux Mint ISO and Rufus. All the download links will be under the video description. After the files are downloaded, open Rufus and plug in your USB. Rufus will automatically detect your USB drive. Reminder, any content on the USB flash drive will be deleted. The USB device will be formatted and the Mint installation files will be placed on the flash drive. Load the Mint ISO just by dragging the downloaded Mint ISO to the Rufus window. Choose the partition scheme as MBR for broader compatibility with both BIOS and UEFI systems, or switch to GPT if you're targeting UEFI-only systems. Set the target system to match your partition scheme, BIOS or UEFI, and click on Start and proceed with all the prompts. In a while, Mint USB will be created. After the ready message is displayed,
click on Close to exit Rufus. After creating the Linux Mint bootable USB,
you'll need to boot from it on a target computer. Insert the USB drive into the target computer where you want to dual boot. Restart or power on the computer and boot to the boot menu. When at the boot menu, boot using USB, followed by the USB HDD for legacy systems, or UEFI prefix for UEFI systems. Alternatively, enter BIOS or UEFI settings. Set the USB drive as the first boot device and save changes. Or, you can also use boot override function within the BIOS or UEFI setup. When the GNU Grub live menu appears, With selected Start Linux Mint, press Enter key to boot.
The first boot may take a few minutes. When at the Mint Live desktop, run Install Linux Mint from the desktop to run the Mint installer.
Now proceed with the installation. Choose your preferred language, keyboard layout, and codec. When you reach the installation type, make sure you select Install Linux Mint alongside Windows Boot Manager option. This will preserve the Windows bootloader, and the Mint installer will configure Grub automatically. This will allow both of the operating systems to receive future updates without any hassle. This option will split the empty space on your existing Windows 11 disk and set everything up automatically.
Ensure you select the correct drive with Windows Boot Manager
if multiple disks are installed. Additionally, you can adjust the disk size of Mint
by dragging the divider below.
After allocating the space, click on Install Now and proceed with the prompts. Now, proceed with your location and then account creation. And now, Linux Mint will be installed in a while. This process may take 10 to 30 minutes, depending on your USB drive speed and your computer's performance. When the installation is complete, click on Restart Now. When you get this message, take out the USB and press Enter. After restarting, you'll see the Grub menu
with Linux Mint as a default boot and Windows Boot Manager entry.
Use the arrow keys to choose one of the options between Windows or Linux Mint. While starting or restarting your PC, you can choose to boot either operating system using Grub. Now I'll just boot to both the OS one by one, and we'll show you the hardware and OS specs. And here you can see the hardware and software info of newly installed Linux Mint. Let me boot to Windows 11 as well.
And as you can see, the pre-installed Windows has also booted successfully after installing Linux Mint.
And here you can see the device and Windows specification. So everything is done. Dual boot has been successfully configured on the PC, and both operating systems work as expected. You can switch to either of the OS you want during startup or when restarting the computer. So that was it. Hope it was useful. Consider like for the video, subscribe to the channel, and if you have any questions, just comment down below. Thanks for watching, and have a great time ahead.